What does it take to follow Christ? Luke chapter 9 is going to help us answer that question today. If you could boil down what it means to be a Christian into, say, 3 bullet points, what would be on that list? Maybe you could say it means going to church, assembling with God's people and working and worshiping together. Or maybe reading and studying your Bible often, or praying often, or just being a generally good person, a good neighbor, a good parent, a good worker at your job. If those are the kinds of things on your list, I want to tell you that those are essential and those are important. But there's something missing. What's the thread that brings all of those things together? What's the core value that summarizes all of them? What's the fundamental motivation behind doing those things? In Luke chapter 9, verse 23, Jesus gives us his list of what it takes to follow him. And he was saying to them all, if anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. 3 things Jesus says. If you want to follow me, you've got to deny yourself, take up your cross, carry it every day, and follow me. These are hard things. This is difficult stuff. Jesus calls us to difficult discipleship. In the preceding verse, in verse 22, Jesus told his disciples what was going to happen to him when he got to Jerusalem. The Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes and be killed and be raised up on the 3rd day. And then right after that, Jesus says, come with me, suffer with me. Jesus calls us to a life of suffering and sacrifice and service. This is difficult stuff. Jesus says, if you want to follow me, there's going to be hard times, there's going to be difficulties that come, and you have to embrace that. Jesus never promised that following him was going to bring us a life of comfort and ease, rather quite the opposite. And when he talks about carrying your cross, he's not talking about the hardships that everybody faces, back pain, knee aches. He's talking about the kind of things, the difficulties that will come as a result of following Jesus, as a result of your choice or my choice to follow Christ. He says, embrace those challenges, embrace those sacrifices, and follow me. But if following Jesus is that hard and that difficult, why would anybody choose that? I think the best way to answer that is by looking at the lives of the people in the first century who did that, who embraced this call. One of those was the Apostle Paul. In Galatians chapter 2, verse 20, he writes, I have been crucified with Christ, and it is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me. Or put more simply in Philippians 1:21, for to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. The reason Paul chose this difficult discipleship was because he understood what Jesus had done for him. Jesus gave himself up for us. Let us give up ourselves to him. This coming Sunday morning, we're going to be talking about Jesus' call of discipleship in Luke chapter 9 and looking at this in more detail. So we invite you to join us for that at the Westfield Church of Christ, 10 a.m. this coming Sunday morning. We're right in downtown Westfield on Union Street, right across from the high school. Until then, thanks for watching and may God bless.